Scandal, Thursdays on ABC.
7 News following breaking news. Police need help in finding this man, considered armed and dangerous. Within the past 2 hours, police confirming to 7 News he's a person of interest in this week's murder of a local attorney. A news alert, a ruling tonight from the judge in the Aurora Theater shooting case. Why it clears the way for a possible court plea from James Holmes next week.
And a 24/7 weather alert. Heavy snow in California causing wrecks, spinouts, traffic jams, and all of this snow is coming our way. A live look at radar showing the storm marching toward Colorado right now. And Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson is tracking this changing weather. He's in the 24/7 Weather Center. Mike?
It's going to be a warm storm, but a soggy one coming in from Southern California. There's not a lot of Arctic air with this storm system, but it is going to pull in a fair amount of moisture. For tonight, we're ahead of it. The skies are clear to partly cloudy across the state. And look what we had for high temperatures today. It was almost 80 over southeastern Colorado, 62 in Denver. Still at this hour, the temperatures are quite mild, with readings still holding in the 20s and 30s in the mountains, 40s and 50s on the plains. But nonetheless, starting tomorrow and continued into Saturday, winter weather approaches. First, the winter storm warning going into effect tomorrow morning for the mountains, continuing to Saturday. Could see a couple of feet of snow there. And Friday, late in the day into Saturday, we have the winter storm watch here, while a blizzard watch is in effect for southeastern Wyoming and the Panhandle of Nebraska. I'll zoom it right down to your neighborhood and let you know how much snow to expect in just a few minutes.
All right, Mike, thanks. Now you can stay ahead of the storm and get weather alerts straight to your phone or iPad with the Storm Shield app powered by Mike Nelson and the 24/7 weather team. It is available for iPhones and Droids.
Breaking news, Lakewood police looking for this man, a person of interest in the murder of a Lakewood lawyer. Claudia Miller, who you see here, was found dead on Tuesday night inside her law office. 7 News reporter Mark Stewart, live at Lakewood Police Headquarters. And Mark, you've learned this man has a long criminal record.
Mike, his name is Warrendale Watson, and according to investigators here, they consider him to be armed and dangerous. This is his 4-page arrest report, and since the early 90s, he's faced charges for burglary, car theft, even escaping from police. Lakewood police want to find 52-year-old Warrendale Watson, calling him a person of interest. Police won't confirm to 7 News he's the same man captured in these surveillance pictures taken at a King Soopers and at a Walmart in Stapleton. The pictures were taken an hour after the murder of Claudia Miller. Miller's body was discovered by a cleaning crew at around 8:15 Tuesday night at her family law firm in Lakewood. Police won't say how she died, but there was trauma to the 66-year-old's body. Earlier today, police found Miller's stolen Honda in the North Metro area. And police have wanted to talk to Watson for quite some time over a separate issue, some parole concerns. We've been asking Lakewood police about how they made the connection between Watson and Ms. Miller, but at this point, they will not elaborate. We are live in Lakewood tonight. Mark Stewart, 7 News.
And 7 News, the first to break this story online. You can subscribe to the 7 News app for more breaking news both locally and nationally. It's available in the App Store.
Right now, a live picture of a barricade situation in West Denver, the house in the 2800 block of West Short Place. Denver police say negotiators and Metro SWAT are on scene and that the person inside could be a Denver robbery suspect. Police say the eastbound 6th Avenue off-ramp to Federal is closed right now because of this barricade situation. So we will continue to monitor this, and if anything more develops during this newscast, we'll let you know. You can also log on to thedenverchannel.com for updates overnight. Developing now, the UN Security Council passing tougher sanctions against North Korea in response to the country's threat of a preemptive nuclear attack against the U.S. The UN tonight calling on North Korea to comply with its previous international peace obligations.
If it does not, then the Security Council committed today in this resolution to take further significant measures if there is another nuclear test or missile launch.
And despite North Korea's threat, military analysts say the country is still years away from having the capacity to launch a nuclear warhead.
New tonight, one person is dead after a motor scooter accident. It happened around 6 near 56th and Blackhawk in Denver. The rider died at the scene. Police are investigating tonight.
And a news alert. Sources telling ABC News the judge in the Aurora Theater shooting case makes a ruling on the constitutionality of insanity pleas and using mental illness as a defense. 7 News reporter Marshall Zellinger is live. Marshall, you've learned the judge delivered his ruling after hours.
And I've confirmed with the court, attorneys for both sides got the order this evening. And late last week, Holmes's attorneys wanted the judge to clarify state law before they proceeded to Tuesday's arraignment. Sources tell ABC News tonight that the judge's ruling is largely against the defense, meaning Tuesday we could hear a plea from James Holmes. The attorneys for James Holmes challenged Colorado law late last week, telling the judge Holmes is considering a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. But they wanted the judge to rule that by doing so, Holmes would not be giving up his right to not cooperate, because non-cooperation could be used against him in the sentencing phase. 7 News confirming tonight the judge ruled, but it has not been released. Sources tell ABC News the majority of the ruling favors the prosecution. We asked legal analyst David Beller what that could mean.
The judge has responded by saying, I'm not going to analyze these statutes, nor am I going to declare them unconstitutional.
If that's the case, there are no more hurdles before Tuesday's arraignment, but Beller letting us know high-profile cases could have multiple arraignments.
On the 12th, we may certainly hear a judge, we just need more time in order to know what plea to enter.
Pending an appeal to the judge's ruling, ABC reporting late tonight, Holmes is expected to enter a plea on Tuesday. If that's the case, the DA then has 63 days to decide if he'll seek the death penalty. Reporting live, Marshall Zellinger, 7 News.
New tonight, a garage fire in Parker. Firefighters knocking it down in about 20 minutes. It happened just after 5 in this garage on Brownstone Drive. One person inside the house got out safely. Investigators trying to figure out what started the fire. Heavy flames pouring out of a Westminster home. Neighbor Alan Wardlow shooting this home video. The home on Chase Way fully engulfed in flames. Everyone inside, including the pets, however, made it out safely. The cause under investigation tonight.
And Longmont police reconstructing a deadly crash today. It happened near 17th and Main Street late last night. Police say they tried to pull a man over, but he took off and eventually ran a red light, they say, crashing into another car. Pablo Bustillos is facing charges in the crash. 21-year-old Dale Johnson was killed when police say Bustillos crashed into the car.
A developing story, the mystery deepening in the investigation of a missing Wheat Ridge woman, Annie Meyer. Tonight, a family and friends organizing a search. And 7 News reporter Jacqueline Allen is live. Jacqueline, you found out her roommate still hasn't come forward.
That's right. The roommate who's lived here with Annie for the last couple of years, seen her, but you can see here police sealing off the home today and tonight. They tell us Melissa Miller isn't saying much. Tomorrow is Annie Meyer's 52nd birthday, and no one knows where she is.
The longer it goes on, the worse you feel.
Her best friend, Luann Jakin, drove to Wheat Ridge from Pueblo tonight just to spread the word, help find Annie.
Her other friends are reaching out to each other and what can we do, what can we do? And for Melissa to not have reached out to anybody, I think is a little strange.
Melissa Miller is Annie's roommate here. Police searching the home today say they want to talk to her in person, but she has not come in yet. Annie works at this downtown Denver U.S. bank. Her supervisor tells 7 News Melissa called in to say Annie would not be at work. He hasn't been heard from since February 25th, and both her trucks are missing.
We have a big family, and it's all across the United States.
Her brother Mark, speaking with us on the phone from California, says Annie has 8 brothers and sisters and is dedicated to her work, her friends, and her family.
She calls my mom every Sunday, and when she didn't call the last few Sundays, of course, my mom was concerned as well.
And family members are planning to come here as soon as possible. One friend I talked to says she's organizing a $1,000 reward for information. Other friends are planning to come to this neighborhood on Saturday to pass out flyers and possibly do a search as well. They say they just want to do something to help them, make them feel like they are trying to find Annie. Reporting live in Wheat Ridge, Jacqueline Allen, 7 News.
Developing tonight, an investigation is underway on Peterson Air Force Base after 5 suspicious packages are found. You can see cones blocking off the area during the investigation. The packages were discovered in a building housing the North American Aerospace Defense Command and U.S. Northern Command. Investigators say the packages were removed by an explosives team and are now being investigated.
It's up to the state Supreme Court to decide if Colorado needs to change how it pays for public education. Taylor Lobato is the face and name of the lawsuit that started it all. The lawsuit seeking more money for K-12 education, saying the state is failing to provide public schools with the financial resources they need.
Has the legislature created a school finance system that furthers a thorough and uniform system of schools.
What the trial court found is that the school finance scheme has never been funded in a way that has calculated or estimate the cost to provide a thorough and uniform system.
At this point, 45% of the state's budget goes to K through 12 public education. A bill to compensate people wrongly imprisoned, winning unanimous approval on a House committee today. This bill allows people who can prove they were innocent to get at least $70,000 for every year they were in jail. The compensation bill now moves to another committee before heading to the full House.
Closing arguments expected tomorrow in the Brett Lee Thompson trial. He's accused of kidnapping and sexually assaulting an 8-year-old in Denver. The victim taking the stand this week, pointing out Thompson as her attacker. Thompson's pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. A Kansas man convicted of child abuse causing death sentenced today to 16 years in prison. Adam Layham pleading guilty last year after a 5-year-old Lakewood boy was killed while he and his sibling were playing with Layham's gun.
7 News just getting started. Changing sex education in Colorado, the role parents could soon be playing.
Developing tonight, grounded because of battery fires. The new findings that could keep the Boeing Dreamliner grounded even longer.
New information tonight. We learn how a big cat managed to escape and then kill an intern at an animal sanctuary.
And new video. Only 7 News is there for this special visit. A big surprise for a Denver 6-year-old.
Shagman here with some truths about new cars. Drive a new car off the lot and it's now a used car. So why buy new